Right. Peace. What up? Here we are. Here we are. Hope we will. Once again, last session coming through. Impromptu in the room. Didn't figure it out. But thought I'd slide through and see how things are going. Um, so as we do, give us some time for some folks to come in. Hope that everybody's well. Obviously, in this time of lockdown, still, and it's just going through on the way that it's just, I don't know, seems to just continue and it doesn't. Oh, it's all good. I mean, I'm happy, but it just seems a lot of people are worried. And I guess that, it can be not so much. You can't blame them. Let's put it that way, because the it's quite, let's say, despairing for some people. But here, I'll just wait for a few people to get through before we do that. Bit of intro coming in. Go to this. Alright. So if that's all good, come through. 1, 2, 3, just check with the map. Just check with the black. Except for the fact, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Slide on through. Much peace, much love. Always given. Just pop up, hold a mirror, and get myself a light for my flowers before I get blessed. Yeah, much peace. I'm back. Just had to go get a light. We'll give thanks and acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of this land that I'm on. We'll give blessings and thanks and praise to all the ancestors been. It seems like it's jumping up. Damn. But yeah, everyone's more than likely more than welcome to come into the room. See what's up with that. Did that fix it up? Did that fix the audio? I'm not sure. So, I don't know. How we? Well, obviously it did. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, G to Gomez, man, what's up? Much peace. If you want to hit through, hit through. But yeah, at least we got a couple in the room. So wait for more of the things will go out. What I was doing, I was talking, and I better turn this down because it was like, where was my oh, look here, the title? Oh, just another impromptu thing, right? It's like what's going on, how things change, but seem the same. And this, we are in this crisis point, this craziness, right? Like, Obi-Wan, what's up? Salute, brother. Thanks for coming through. Always. It's just impromptu stream, man. I thought I'd kick out anybody. I mean, we all welcome to come through, have your word heard, or you can just listen in. But I was just like, I was just thinking of something today that was going on with all this. I guess it's control of where we can our movements, right? I'll try and bring up a. If you go into here, we can do it. Let's see. Let's see if we do that. Do that. So let's show that now. Basically, if we check this out here, I mean, Zoom. Basically, what I wanted to get at is how the uniform has changed. So I should pull up a better shot. But this is basically what's going on now. This is some breaking news in Australia, in Queensland. So let's see. The coronavirus. There's a tracking task force established in Queensland. So basically, if you're out on patrol, if you're going somewhere where you're, of no real concern, I guess, or urgency, they'll be giving you a ticket, or car caution you, or some sort of. You'll be subject to a penalty of some sort, and obviously it'll they'll decide and keep going. Another one is there's a lot of the business has gone down, so the government here is doing a fairly big handout. I think it was 130 billion that was announced yesterday to support the workers that have lost all their businesses, which has all gone down in this time. So it's quite I guess it's the one I get it, I'm kind of lost for words with it, but I'm stunned at the same time, but I'm inside, I've been inside, I hope everybody else as well. And once again, I'll put this through again right now to anyone who's listening or anyone who is going to hear this, that I sincerely put the thoughts through that nobody, you or your loved one, will be affected in any way by this virus. And condolences out, obviously, to those that have been affected in some way. But sincerely, obviously, we want to be, all of us who's here and listening, who hear this, to be safe and clean. But the main thought, that impromptu thing that made me want to come up, is just basically when I was talking about it with somebody today, that the change. So this is kind of related to the title, things change but seem the same, or what not I maybe not worded it correctly, but the uniform that these guys are wearing, right? So I guess I could try and bring up another one. So that is the um, Queensland Police, obviously, uh, and they were, um, you know, this is the current uniform since about 2000, I guess. So like I'll put in here. Uh, uh, so yeah, okay. So just in comparison, so this was the 90s. Now I said that, so like I mean, it was a light blue image. I mean, what not image, but a light blue top that the Queensland Police used to wear. Uh, I don't know what year that this is taken from, but you know, this is where what I kind of grew up with. And, you know, just that was taken a bit far back, and I guess of the 80s, if you were to do um, kind of similar things. So this is the image that I've, as I'm saying, so this sort of, you know, that's the thing that we saw, or what was now. But then as if you go to this, after G20 of 2000, this is now I kind of moved Brisbane. This is now the uniform, which seems, you know, just more of that, uh, I guess, you know, the uniform looks so similar of all the authority around the place, just that this really, really dark suit. Like, I mean, I remember if you go back where, you know, when they had the lighter blue on, you would, this would be more of a SWAT team uniform. And even what they basically, these officers have got on, I mean, it's not too clear here, but how much equipment they've got. Um, and they've all got, or each got it on. Yeah, and it's just, it was a fact that's kind of really blew me away, like to see the just that it, yeah, it kind of puts that picture in your mind every time you see this color, these sort of things. It's just a, you know, um, either, I mean, I guess it brings different images for different people, but it's kind of a, you know, it's not so friendly. It's getting worse and worse. Um, I'm sure, you know, all are different, but the agenda is just there. It just seems to uh, really just be clear, I guess. I mean, it's just it's weird, and it's just like, I mean, all over the world, you'll see the same thing. I'm sure there's been a similar change um, to how that's gone down, but it's just like, you know, you connect the dots. Is there any dots to connect? Like, you know, we're supposed to be all sort of like sovereign, or so, you know, have our own uh, identity state by state, or whichever way it is, you know, and govern the people. But how come the authorities' uniform seems to all be the same around the world? Like, you know, and the situations that they are controlling. Um, it's a bit, you know, I don't know. It's some might consider it controversial, but it's just like something that I thought of. It's, as I said, it's like an impromptu thing. I just thought I'd kick out and you know, see what's there. Because obviously, I mean, I just mentioned before, it was a reason of mine to move state, really, from where I was more like, wasn't the main, but it was a factor to it. The fact that the G20 summit was being held in the city in Brisbane, where I was born, right? So, and our place was very close to the city, all my parents' places. So, uh, it was under this lockdown of only, really, really tight security of the people that could pass through due to the fact of all these diplomats of every nation being there. So and even then, that was a time where I could see it sliding through, which was probably like maybe what 5 years ago now, and then like um, well, maybe I could check it out what year it was the G20 summit was coming, but then yeah, it's just basically to come to another state, Adelaide here, South Australia, and there is the difference. Like the population of this city is only 1 million, and everybody is very laid back. Well, to me, I can see that difference coming from the bigger city. Like Brisbane is just getting bigger and bigger. Mega cities such as Sydney and Melbourne on the east coast, right, where people don't have time to talk, and it's just like to each other, they just pass each other by. Subways are full, and you'd shrug, not subways, but buses and public transport and things. They're just like, you just don't really talk to anyone. You just, everyone was doing their job. And to me, I don't really dig that sort of thing. I'd like to be sincere and talk with engage with the people if I am engaging, some type of thing. Um, so, like, not to stop and say hello to every person, but if you like to do it, be sincere and like listen and talk um, with sincere, with respect and pride, and manners, and then just get your thing across. But anyway, I'm getting off point. So coming down here, it is like it seems it's a population of 1 million. It's first class facilities, as I say, but it's a kind of small country town, or not a small like, but it's a city, big city with a country town feel to it. So, which is cool to me. But then also in the same sense, I'm bringing up as I bought, if you heard with the saw the photos, the uniform here is also changing too. It's becoming this dark blue, really really dark blue, like more so than uh, like I'll try and bring up another one. The like more so than this. I'll actually try. So let's see if we could go South Australia. But so, I mean, and this is obviously the Carib, thing, and it's kind of uniform. We're in a different state, and look at it. It's just like you think that I don't know. These kind of things would be, yeah. It's like that. This is the same thing as what we were just kind of seeing up in Queensland, really. So maybe all Australian police becoming the same. Jeez, this is like, um, you know, another one here, very dark blue. And like, if I pick up, uh, let's see if it is different here, um, from the 90s and 80s. See, it obviously was, right? So in the 90s, uh, I don't know if it was, it's actually South Australia. Uh, yeah, so from military style to navy blue, maybe that was where the change came. Um, but here you go, look. Ooh. Like this is the thing, these sort of groups that they come to. You think this is like a riot. These are the riot people. that this is just the police, the local beat. So to get a better way, get away, I'll come back and check the stream out and check if someone wants to come up. I'd love to hear your side, and we could check out a few different things. So yeah, this is the 80s. So basically, this is how they were walking around. Um, this is Northern Territory, so I guess so they do are expected. This is kind of the only states that we've got to can count us to. It's either five or so. South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania. Yeah, so 7 states and 2 territories, which would be an ACT, the Australian Territory, which is kind of similar to maybe Washington DC, because that's where the capital city is of Canberra. But you can just see here that Northern Territory it's always been quite different. I've never been there, but just highly indigenous populated. It's just got some traditional lands up there, reserves, which are uh, country, traditional country for them, for the cultures there. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'll just keep going through maybe what I can. I'll do. We'll see a few of those, I guess. And so I'll just still pointing to the any Indigenous viewers that might see this, that there will be some images of people that may have deceased. So there's uh, uh, for the economy and basically they should be coming into play end of this month and they're in a couple months time, but they've announced that to go something different. So budget, a lot of workers have lost their jobs due to this, no flying and no business kind of thing. There would be for that. So I'll bring up for the Northern Territory that. Let's see if I can. Um, let's figure the all right. So this is the kind of the Northern Territory Kimberley region, which is pretty much area which is still uh, traditional country kind of thing, and it's got so there would be the people up amongst in this area if you kind of have a look at this map. Uh, just up below here and a bit more. So, whereas if you were to look at, if you're looking at the arrow, Brisbane, Australia, I mean Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne are all over on this side, which is the main sort of hub. Whereas this is the west coast, northern parts. Well, what it's trying to get at is basically just help, geez, this is some of the same sites that are there. And they're only not very far away, but I was more interested in the people and the traditional country. And see, there's not too much images of that. Okay, well, this is more Kimberley region here. You can see it's broken down for you. Now, let's just see. Let's that. Come on, mate. Excuse me. Excuse that. That was just a complete. I didn't want that. Go away. Who are you? I don't even know who you are. Jeez. Um. Okay, so these. There you go. The Yolnu people, right? These are the traditional, uh, you know, cultural people which are still remaining today, and they, weren't really decimated as so much so as all of the tribes of these areas where the colony had really been established. So it kind of was like settlement came through here, uh, which was the prime areas. There was great crisp water, uh, m- lush fertile grounds everywhere. So the indigenous people were having communities and agriculture around there. There's proof of that now. They could be one of the first farmers ever to do agricultural crops and things like that, and have seasonal things for the community. And this was all tens of thousands of years ago going on. So this is a region of the. Uh, there's also Arnhem Land here you can see. So um, I just it's kind of it's a good thing to see for me. I'm happy with this, and I'm proud that more Australians should realise and recognise these people and their culture and their traditional way, and that there's more. Like they're all over the country, and it's not like they're just one. There's so many different culture, different dialects, different and they all have different customs, right? So this is kind of the full-blooded, and it still remains there. Although the younger cultures have kind of maybe the numbers may have decimated in the ones still keeping traditional culture alive, and I guess it's making it much harder with the times really. Um, but that's your choice, the choice they make, and some of them do, which is a beautiful thing. They continue with it. I mean, I'm saying the side of it with the times, it's like having being up to date, social media, being up to date with all this technology, electricity, and whatnot. Um, let's see if we can go to on the same thing, similar things. Um, there you go. It's a beautiful photo there, little young boy, and still knowing his culture. See, they this is present today. This would be a corroboree, or like it's a you know basically there's a ceremonial dance which they perform. Uh, this ballet, these young fellas. See, then that's the other great part too. Another thing, as you can see, Australia is not all desert, and they were, we weren't all, they weren't all just running around, uh, with an arid nowhere. All these huge coastal regions where you can see these children here. The only people there be up on the Northern Territory doing their traditional fishing ways, you know, spearing for the fish. Like another one here, there's stingray. There'd be fish up against the coast, up all along the shoreline, basically. So that's really cool, and they have even in areas like such as this, the arid, even you'd think there's nothing there, they're desolate, but the the ones with the traditional knowledge, they know where to find at what time maybe, or what direction to find the water at a particular plant, or digging under certain areas, or even to find food within this, say, bark, and then within this tree, there might be some worms of sorts or bugs, which is food. So, and traditional bush tucker to this. So, it's quite amazing to say that, but all coming to that, there's also this plentiful seafood and beautiful abundance of great stuff, like, I guess we'll go into that. So this would be how they basically got the term for it, is bush tucker. But this is just what is found in the, in, let's see, it's the indigenous land race species of food to the continent of Australia, right? So, and a lot of these foods are, it's great in the fact that, no GMO has been even close to any of these sort of products, as of yet, touch wood. So, I mean, because a lot of these things would be like the tomatoes or the berries or somewhat, but they don't look as though they do. Maybe this green one here might be the more tomato tasting thing, and or this could be very sweet. I'm not to say that, but they have all different variants, and they're also very nutritious. I wish I had more knowledge on it, or I had somebody here to help, but it's at least we can have a look here, and you could have it's kind of and I guess here this says the rise of bush food, so they've slowly tried to bring it into the mainstream. What's that word? Catering, not catering, but cuisine, the mainstream cuisine. It's getting all famous and things. So I don't know the example of what some of the food may be. A witchetty grub. I'm not sure. I mean, most Australian people would be very aware of this, but this is what I'd be referring to. You could see before with that man at the trees, these things. So some are most times in the bark of trees, which are at particular times, certain areas, certain trees that they'll have the knowledge of. I've actually personally never tried one, but they are supposed to be quite nice, just exactly like that. But although they can be thrown on fire and roasted, obviously this one has been done so, gives it a bit of a crisp outer. But it's supposed to be having like a buttery type taste, very creamy. You see this man's giving it a go. They're just eating it whole. that's for the people overseas. For the Iraq. So there we go. So yeah. See that's okay. So this is uh for some people, the vegans or vegetarians might not um like it. This is the traditional way that these people would that a kangaroo was killed, really, and it was basically just like that. There was, I could show you a photo, or if I could try and find one, but it's very old, like how they used to, the way of that they would actually through, get the kangaroo and break the limb, and then you'd break the tail and hold it so you could carry it for a long way, but then they just basically throw the whole thing onto a fire like this, and then after a certain time, once all the hairs are off and the meat's ready, they know, and then keep parts on, but the tail, it's a very, probably that's the kangaroo tail is probably amongst the indigenous, I think it's a very, what's it, another top with the like heavy eyes to the Europeans. It's like one of those, it's a specialty. It's a specialty. That's the word. A treat kind of thing. So the kangaroo steaks. They can be found at supermarkets, things like that. But other food, So there's a goanna there. People might be a bit shocked by that. I don't know if they'll see it, but yeah, things like that. That's also pretty a common. Um, and a very also here. See the artwork. It's a sacred animal too. It holds a lot to the history because I guess they had so much interaction. These are thousands of years with humans. These were the animals and these were the people around. So they give thanks and they give, blessings to it through that artwork. And it's amazing that it's still. That's a good thing that you know the indigenous artwork does still remain, but the meaning within it it's very deep because each of their own tribe have a separate design. Like none can be the same. So they may look very similar, but the people within the cultures recognize the little different, the differences. I'll come back to stream to see if anybody's up in the house now. Oh, Beach, what's up? We got Beach in the house. Much thanks for coming through. Um, K B1. Yeah, like if it's not in the chat history, you guys more than welcome to come up. Oh, whoop. Okay. Maybe that's the first time that's ever happened. Okay, there you go. That should be the. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll just drop that. Uh, yeah, much blessing. Just give me 1 second. Much peace, everybody. To everybody. Good morning to you, bro. I'm in Beach. Wherever you like, it's like, what are we on midnight over here? I'll just go get a light and let it come back and we can fire up. But yeah, link to if you want to come back, I'll be back within like 30 seconds. I'm just gonna fire this up. Hey, yo, back. What is up? Um, so yeah, what we gonna do? Yeah, actually, that's right, chilling, man, chilling. Um, yeah, if there's any topic you guys want to talk about, drop it in the chat or whatever. Um, any thing that's going on, I don't know, you guys could come later. You missed it, but I was talking about kind of impromptu again, just bringing coming up. I don't want to get into the habit of it, but just it was the uniform, how they just look the same. The authorities are just looking the same, really, really dark blue everywhere. And, but hey, that's been part and parcel. So maybe we got to get used to it. So I mean, they changed, but they're still the same. Same old folks handing out the tickets, doing their things, putting people away. Um, but yeah, so I'm at. Well, so that's the other part. Lincoln is people all over the world. So it's Tuesday, the 31st, I think, and it's 11:30 at night, and I'm in the central Australia. So pretty much there's like a 6 hour difference across the place. I think, or maybe yeah, about that. But where I'm at, it's nearly 11:30 at night. Um, and then Western Australia would probably be about 9:30 at night. And then where I was born in Brisbane would be probably on midnight. Yeah, well, 8 a.m., man. So you get it's Weet-Bix, not Weet-Bix, breakfast time. It's like breakfast time. That's good though. It's good you're up early, man. I like to do that too. Get up with the sun. Try and be up with the sun too. Get up, uh, just clear your head, do your thing, man. Make sure you're hydrated, eating nutritiously, man. That's the main thing too. I like to have berries, mixed berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and things like this because I frozen ones from the supermarket, but they're dope. But yeah, so I'm going through these, doing my flower blaze. So probably I'll just run it up for I don't know, another 20 minutes if nothing injects. But that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. What could be another topic? What could I share? Well, not that. Like, I'm just trying to, because I was putting that through, so I guess I'll put that. What are you gonna do? Okay. Yeah, so this was the basic nutritional people back here. So we'll go to, say, base of data, Vithi, Fiji. So this is the beautiful people over there. We don't want to see that fool. Let's go to traditional. Here we are. So this is the traditional Fijian man with a club here. That's the head of this club. This would be the part which would be going into the back of your head. The handle here. Beautiful girl in dress. That obviously be probably. I don't think there'll be any. There's not ceremony or anything, but this would probably be the chief. This something here, signs of the longer the dresses or Sulu is actually what you call it. There's a kava. This is basically the traditional drink over there. It's come from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. What is this thing? So it's from the pepper plant. It's very common among all Pacific Islands nations and Micronesian Melanesians. Basically, it is a sedative. Kind of, it's been classified as that. It's used in some medical practices and stuff like that. But these guys, it's been used for thousands years. It's just like it's got a lot of tradition to it. So if you ever do go to Fiji, I'd say it's kind of like if someone is offered, you will see plenty of people drinking it every which way where. So it may turn into you drinking quite a few bowls if you walk down the street. But if somebody is to offer you one, it's considered quite rude to say no. Like so, I'd probably advise just to take one. If it is. So that's just people say it don't taste it. It's just water mixed with the root, and the root's it's clean, but it looks like muddy water. So basically, the taste, if it's just straight, some people aren't very used to it. They find it too bitter. But just have one out of respect, and then do a cup clap 3 times. It's it's designed to bring down the spirits gone, the worries past. So it's little easy, beautiful. See, in this will probably go to the fact here how I've always said people in Fiji they're very I guess proud of the heritage and the hairstyle. So this is women are very cool, It's just even like they grow their hair out naturally, like just that beauty standard thing did not really come through, and it hit home with these people just such so beautiful. So that's a British. They're British. When the colonies came through, they used to call it the Cannibal Isles. So the what's that? Let's see, the women of Fiji. I don't know what that really was. So I guess they have sort of like see there's all this modern things coming through, but this would be more of something where when I was growing up in the 90s. They even had actually a very the people got there was a Miss World competition or I think it was Miss Europe, one of those competitions, and Miss Fiji was people. She actually, I don't know if she won the competition, but I'll just try to look it up. The people argued against it because she didn't represent Um, uh, she didn't. They say she didn't represent the people in the way she looked, so it was. How did you put it? Let's see if I can find a picture. Yeah. No, that wasn't. Let's see, yeah, and it was because basically she had a descendancy of like half European or more than like it was called European because basically there is something there they call the Kailomo, who were basically the people of the colonists and the natives that um, came together and uh, um, you know they became a kind of an ethnicity amongst the mainland of Fiji. Uh, where was it? Like I just want to see if I can find. They should. Oh, you know. But yeah, we did all these 2017 finalists. So this is the thing. This was the model of beauty which they want, and we've and the people most of the people are very considerate of, and they want that to be their representation. I'm just trying to find the photo of the one where she won, but the people were just not. Yeah, they didn't want her to represent. No, just don't know how to type it in. There you go. That's what I had to do. That was the girl. So this one basically said, "What year was it?" But I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, but I did. Yeah. So basically, she in 2012. There you go. So in 2012, she was. I guess that's what it was. She was crowned Miss World Fiji, and then she was going to the uh, be to the Miss Universe competition, and basically they said no. There was they gave it to the runner up, I think, and because firstly, I think it won. It had to, well, as I mentioned before, yeah, she had the European descent, so her last surname is not in no way Fijian, um, and so her looks obviously the same, and yeah, uh, that's just a strange fact. Whereas I guess more of the look that they were wanting was the one that was something like this. So 2013, that was 2012. Sorry, was no. So she's the 2017. Um, that's pretty fine. So let's start. That's the fact. Uh, don't know why I know that, but yeah, well, at least I have a little or something about that. There's a fact for you. You know how that Toriko Waters that she lost. So this was not what the Fijian people wanted to represent. This is more of the representation. So what else have we? This is already playing the audio. Um, because of food, cassava, which is obviously it's a very common root plant amongst, well, basically it's heavy all over the world, but this is basically what I wanted to show. Fijian food now. This is one of my favorite dishes, kokonda. It is just, well, to me, it's delicious. It's kind of like it's white fish, which is, so I guess kind of ceviche, right? So here, it's a Fijian coconut milk ceviche. That's how you could easily describe it in a Western way. So you cube white, uh, the white fish, white flesh of the fish, and then you coat it in lime, douse it in heavy lime, like overnight, usually like for 12 hours up to overnight, and then coconut milk, which is basically you shred the flesh of the coconut, mix it with water, then you keep crushing it with your hands, and it will create the milk. And then basically peppers, chili, uh, salt, pepper, and the main thing is just the flesh, the coconut, the lime, and it's the peppers, but then the chili, and then you can add whatever you want. Cucumbers probably there, but yeah, it's just really delicious if you ever get a chance to try it. And if you're like some people, I'm sure you like it. Like I've only heard one person that's ever um, said that that they didn't or something, and they were just not they were afraid of the fish element being not cooked, like they wouldn't eat sushi or anything like that. But it's like cooked through the uh, citric acid. It's like it cooks it. So this is another very popular. Uh, it's all over South. I mean, all this Oceania is popular dish. Balsami. It's called different things in different places, but basically it is the leaves of the taro or dalo, um, similar to cassava, so like a sweet potato leaf, uh, taro leaf, and they boil that, and then within that you could just put the basic is onions with coconut milk, um, just that pretty much, and like you boil that, or you can also wrap them up and put them in underground oven in the lovo or the umu or hangi, whichever, but the Fijian pronunciation lovo. Um, or you could also, most people would put some meat, like a corned beef would be a traditional thing to put through it. Um, and it's very delicious, But it's also one thing with those leaves; they have to be cooked. So here, they gave us the recipe. It's all you need. Um, so that's basically a very basic one. It's just some chopped up onion, the leaves. Um, there's a couple of spices there. Probably I couldn't. Not too sure what they would. And then the coconut milk. Um, and that's it. It's yum yum, man. It's really real delicious. It's a very common base staple food too. It's not very expensive, but very tasty, very nutritious, and um, I guess you could say, friendly for every sort of diet. Uh, what's this? Suva. It's not Suva. Suva is the capital city of Fiji. Um, or well, uh, yeah, and there's also a heavy. Look, there we go. The fresh food, the markets there, similar to if you've ever been to the Caribbean. Um, the you'll find it's a very similar feel. Not that I haven't been to the Caribbean, but I can just imagine it to be a very kind of similar feel. Jamaica to Fiji would be very similar in the sense of the population and the cuisine. Um, so I'll go back to how long I've been in the oh, cheers, eh? Peace for hanging around, man. Everybody who did. It's been an hour, so I probably could cut it off. Um, I missed you. I missed your messages, Beach. Why'd you retract them? Anyway, that's all good. Um, yeah, man. So, oh man, thanks again, though. For sticking around. If anyone, obviously there is still a few folks around. So yeah, I know it was just an impromptu thing. So if you want to catch it, it doesn't go for very long, so you can hit the replay, catch the beginning bit if you want. Yeah, and so much peace again, and as I say, I'll leave it up. Trying to do multitasking is not really good, eh? Um, just as I say, look inside yourself, find your direction, follow that path, respect yourself, respect others. As I said, you respect yourself, it's going to show onto the other people who are just others you come across. So they have, when they'll feel that vibe and pay the respect back. But if you were to not show yourself respect, then they'll say, "Hey, why should we show any respect, really?" But that's the common thought. But just hold your head up, be proud, and they'll see that, respect that back, and you can maneuver yourself in the best way possible, man. So follow your intuition and just be the best you can be. That's all you do, man. Keep creative. And I hope in this time of, we're gonna, what's it, a time of unknowing that we're in, that we can just find a way, and everything will sort of palm out. Not pan out. I don't know. I just hope things go to better. Um, and come to be better, and I guess I would say better for all, but hey, I guess not everyone's going to be happy or anything. But just we need to get up and change, and maybe they say this is the time the shift is going to happen. Well, maybe this is. So, and I hope that it is, because there's solar patterns and shifts, so that change could come from you too, because you are great, you are beautiful, you are brilliant. You can do what you put your mind to. So, with that being said, I want to pop out and I'll leave you with some tunes that I've made, and see you guys soon, man, most definitely. So, we can't hope that virus once again is not going to be affecting anybody in any which way. Anyone who listens to this, anyone who hears this, or any one of your loved ones, either, may they stay safe, stay in the right mind. Let's do this. I'll see you guys soon.
Peace out. Keep checking. Yes, I'm on the tape fresh. My mind's in the mess. Just had sex, yo. Off the top of that gun. Yo, HOTC. Bustin' on the tape in the M. I repeat like M. Be that man, what you want to take? Come from Afghanistan, what the? Get on the mic, kill the shit, my friend. About to kill the shit, my pal. About to kill the shit. Check the yo when I want a bass so pump sack. You want that, so I can respond back. With my time, with my rhyme, with my space, with my grace. Cause I float and I come and back on to win race. And this smoke is deep in, can't it deep in? I'm gonna come afloat, wanna born to swim. Cause I was born to float and I was born to tote. Cause I was born to low, it's coming out my throat. Out my mind, designed like Calvin Klein upon the tape. You can't feel more better than mine. State of mind is where I'm at. Yeah, it's on the style of piece. If you wanna do combat like a dime piece, fine piece. See the poem for your core, and you can't even recall you had a full faith beats and that break. Where you gonna move on the beast? Shake. You wanna heat the mic. You'll heat it again, but I'll be on the tape. If you want mic it again because of HOTC, busting on the tape. And I repeat, I said HOTC on the microphone and doing it daily. Check it back upon the rap it is a better mic at. I'm a better sock at. Kick upon the dry out, cause the rap was about to live on down. Now the river deliver the fluid somehow. The rain came down for the clouds upon showers and crowds upon crowds around the programs. Drinks gone, drinks flowing, minds like links going. So where's the fucking Sphinx going? Hold up, wait up, I'm about to set me a trend. Get on the mic, you know what I don't need no pen. I need enough paper, I send the rest of the mind. It's in my brain confined. It's like finding the rhymes that come back with rhythm, spitting, give it, gift that I got for mine. It's not decisions I'm making, concentrating, cross baking, crossing the world cause the space is vacant. Break, beat, take it in when you wanna take my race and say, friend like this, yo. Find the rhyme on the beat, fucking taste nowadays, and I won't be back. Mike Show would do it from shit, say like yo, that you on the fence, folks, if you want to get it like kicking the rap, zipping the back, creeping his back. I'm in the poem, kicking the wick, sick of the hat, which hat for that, which hat for me? Nightcap, snap back, you G. Ain't the rich crowd with this eye, cause I'm about to rip pies, to rip bars, to go upon the bat, street, hip hop, that's it, it's on main shit. Australia's in the game before play, no one say shit. But how can I get from born called VT? It's the fucking place to call VT. Feet Sama, called Fiji. Say samba, pula vinaka, come and tape, have you kinda get up food, you ain't dude, you ain't rude, you have a power, have a crew, so nice to have you in the house, no doubt. So kick up on the mic if we're gonna scream and shout, so check. Yes, on the tape, right? What you wanna say? Operate this spray. Have a good day. Yeah, hype, mic is all I do. In a state of conscience, kick like the kung fu. It's on the man with the funky jam. In a basketball, I slam. This mic is what I be. Operating on a mark, going on nightly. Running around the streets with Nike. That's what I got the right key. Cause I got the tone and the microphone. Celebrating myself off. This is that zone. When I get into it, I best do it. Funky. Coming on the mic, puffing on my skunk. It smelling like loud. Sativa the born crowd. The indica is moving around its own sound. Now move it up, groove it up. I keep it on my high lip. That's right, my lip isn't on hybrids. Puffing out, smoking out, inhale, exhale. What you talking about? Yo, you never gonna fail. Set sail on the 7 seas and make your mind at ease. Yes, yo, you like to do this shit. Relax the time to meditate, set it straight. Question after question that we entertain. What you be on the mic? The answer, solutions, are broad like spread it like cancer. Yes, yo, it's the mic, the make, the figure for the song. Let me demonstrate what I did, what I done, what I do right now. What a special, my tapping the rap in the mind now. Who can be what they can? Smoke guns at the reefer on the sand. Maida. Yo. Fucking lane claim, bumping on Easter game. Where you wanna come around, clan the phone, feast the game, fist the gag, hand to hand. What you want, better grab. It's the point, it's the game. Now I'm back to grab, fuck the shit, you hit the kit. It's the point of arithmetic. Hit your point of acid, again, half a point of shit, a eyeball 7 gram easily. What the fuck ass in the half? What you come start teasing me, feeling me? It's the tone of night, not feeling me. I got the soul, it's on the own easily. Ability, that's upon smoking on ability. Just like the girl in the mind and they got agility. Cause we're going in the diction, friction. Every go on microphone is my addiction. I break it down in the course of the fall. I break you all, you get yes and the yes and the yes, you're yo, stay tuned.
Much peace, much love, much more, but